Welcome back to Escapement and Watch. I'm your host, Falling Titan. First, thank you to Kavar Jewelers for lending this in to the channel. Very much appreciated. And this watch that I'm about to review is for sale. So whoever wants to buy it, in the description, my email me and I'll send you a discount code. And if you want to make me jealous, buy this watch, because I cannot and I want to. Quickly, we'll check out the box. It's the same box that came with my Willard, the Blue Limited. So it's a very nice box. It's got the nice padding and it comes with an extra strap. Black silicone. It's very similar to this one, but in black. All right. Simple but effective packaging. Not too big. Not going to take up so much space in your house. Cough, cough, Omega. Now, let's check out this beautiful watch. This is the SLA023, nicknamed the Marinemaster. A little bit about the history. In 1967, the 6215-7000 came out, and it was the first Seiko ever to have the crown at 4 o'clock, creating history, creating that iconic trademark look of Seiko's. When you see a crown at 4 o'clock, it's hard not to think of Seiko. And yeah, it's just so iconic, and I love it. Now, the year later, in 1968, they made the 6159-7000, and that one was the high beat, the world's first high beat professional dive watch. And it's a nice title, and it's a good mark on history. When you're buying a Marinemaster, you're getting history, you're getting that heritage, you get that elevated sense of pride when you're wearing something with history. And if you watch this channel, you know I always go on about Seiko's history because it's amazing. I love it. It just feels good to have that heritage. It just does. Can't explain it. It just does. All right. So this watch is special, and I'm a fan of it, as you can tell. Let's check out the K-shape. So this is that famous Marinemaster K-shape. Look at that high polish. This is the first time I experienced the Zaratsu polishing, and it's ridiculously hard to film. It is more mirror-like than a mirror. Like, you guys can see my arm right there. See my arm? It's unbelievable. This is ridiculous polishing. Seiko needs to dial it back a bit so I can film it. So this case is monoblock, meaning you don't need that ridiculous helium valve if you want to do saturation diving. It eliminates it with the monoblock. Amazing technology. Guys, don't let me ever review a Seamaster. It's just going to be 20 minutes of complaining, because I will tear that thing apart. But I don't think I can, because there's too many fans of it. Anyways, that's I'm digressing. Except for the movement. The movement's brilliant. Okay. All right. Where was I? All right. So we have a signed crown with the Prospex PS or Prospex X. And unfortunately, it doesn't say Marinemaster anywhere on the case or watch, but we all know what it is. Seiko just wants to brand it Prospex, a top tier Prospex watch, and that's understandable. Now, the movement on this watch is special. It is the 8L35, basically an undecorated movement from Grand Seiko, brought down to the Seiko tier. And why is this movement special? Well, it uses MEMS technology to make small parts like the escapement and the pallet fork. So you're not getting any pressed cheap parts. The movement is all forged, milled, or using MEMS technology. So it's a high quality movement. And when you look at the metal, it has a shimmer to it, kind of like titanium. You know when titanium gets burnt and it turns rainbowy? That's the metal on this movement. It does the same thing, and it's stunning. So you're getting high quality parts in this movement. High quality build. And this movement is hand made, hand assembled, sorry, in Shizukushi Watch Studio in Japan. The whole watch is made in Japan. Of course, with the Zaratsu polishing, that's a giveaway. So the specs on the movement: 50 hours of power reserve, 28.8 VPH, so it's a medium beat, hack hand wind auto, 26 joules, and of course all the stuff I talked about before with the materials itself. So it's an excellent movement. I wish Seiko would bring it down a tier so it can be more affordable, but this movement is special. It's just a great, high quality, well made, hand assembled watch movement. Now let's check out those measurements. Starting off with the diameter at 44 millimeters. And then we have a thickness of 14.5. And the most important, the lug to lug, 49.9. And there we have it, the 20 mil lugs. Now the bracelet. It is an oyster bracelet, and it has high polish on the edges of the mid link. And this one has a cool trick. It has a diver's extension. You pull back on the fold over and then pull. There you go. Sorry, I got all the tags everywhere. And then it doesn't go out more, but you can bring it in without the button. See? And then it locks. So you need to adjust it. One, there, locks. So it's very cool. On the fly adjustment. You just lift the clasp, pull, and adjust. Very nice. It is all milled right here. Very nice. Solid links, solid end links. And let's check out the case back. That famous monoblock case. Beautiful. Made in Japan. All the specs right there. That's lovely. It reminds me of a barrel shape with that little protruding part, probably for the rotor. Very cool. Bracelet, excellent. Case back, amazing. Now let's check out the bezel insert and the bezel. Oh man. This thing feels amazing. It has that typical Seiko feel, but how do I say this? A little bit more clicky. And everything lines up wonderfully. This thing is stunning. And we have a ceramic insert here with Lume at 12, 10, and 20 only, which is very nice. Usually Seiko only puts it at the 12. And that's cool because it's ceramic. So nice trick there. We'll see it when we do the Lume shot. Now, I forgot to mention there is a steel ring or surround around the bezel insert on the outside and inside. So there's steel surrounding the sapphire crystal. Very cool. So the insert fits into the slot perfectly. It doesn't have an exposed inner edge like most watches do. So the inner edge of that insert is protected. I like it. Now that sapphire crystal has anti-reflective coating. It's doing a very good job on the studio lights. Very nice. Some of the earlier reissues, like the SBDX023 and 1, they had hard legs, which is more true to the original, of course, but we want sapphire, so we got it. Now, the dial and hands, the amazing Marinemaster hands. This is what every Seiko modder likes to put on their watch. And these are the original hands, and they're finished pretty good. I can't find any issues, a little bit of rough edges, but they're pretty good for the price. The brushing on the hands is amazing though, almost to the level of the Grand Seiko hands brushing. Not the finishing on the edges, but the brushing. Very well done. And the Lume. They're filled with tons of Lume. Something special about the Marinemaster Lume. They must put extra layers and it's extra thick because this thing glows like mad. Now the dial. You know the inky black that people use to describe those deep glossy blacks. Well, this is like an inky blue. It looks so beautiful. I've never seen a blue like this before. It kind of reminds me of a mixture of the Willard, the new Willard Limited, a mixture of this with that more muted matte look of this, the SPB 149. So it's a combination of those two blues, and it's hard to get. I'm not sure if the camera is getting it correctly. It's a little bit aqua, a little bit teal. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's looking a little different on camera, but just know that this dial is gonna stun you once you see it in person. You're gonna have to pick up your jaw from the floor. The dial is perfection. And I put it under macro. I couldn't find any dust, and everything aligned perfectly. It feels like a human put this watch together and actually cared about making it. So I'm impressed. Like, I usually see dust in some high-end watches, always 1 to 2, but like this, nothing. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. Even the highest of highest brands get 1 or 2. It's just natural, especially when you're hand making a watch. So this watch impressed me with the fit and finish. Also, that date window. It kind of has a textured look to it. Beautiful. Doesn't look like that plastic you get on the normal Seiko movements. It has depth to it, and it's a little bit dull in color, a little bit more gray, but it has a premium look. That's how it's supposed to be. I love it. And the price, 3,100 USD for this heritage, for this level of quality and excellent movement that's made from hand assembly and high quality parts. That's a home run. I love this watch. It is a little bit too big for me, but I love it. I still love it, and it grew on me, and I was like, this watch is too big. But the thing is, I want one now. So I know it's too big, but I still love it and I still want one. The bigness of it is cool. Everyone needs one big chunky watch. You can't have all slim, sleek watches in your collection. There's my Stova. Yeah, I said it right. Now, look at it next to the blue Willard. The blue Willard actually looks bigger. We did the measurements, and you think the Marinemaster is a little too big, but we're gonna check out the secret measurement that we like to check out. 41.8 is the bezel measurement. And that's what your eyes see. So this huge Zaratsu polished bevel that goes out to 44, that disappears. And that's why this watch plays so nicely on the wrist and wears so small. Not so small, it still wears like a high presence, huge watch, but way smaller than its diameter and measurements indicate. So that's the magic of the Marinemaster. Now let's do a wrist shot. I'm not gonna size the bracelet, but I'm just gonna put it over. Now I have a 6.5 inch wrist. Oh boy, that looks beefy. Oh man. I know this is gonna sound weird, but you feel like a boss when you're wearing this watch. You just do. It has that power. It just has that presence. Like, I'm here and I'm ready. Let's go. This watch is epic. Man, I want it. Jesus, look at that. Look at that bevel. Look at that amazing Zaratsu polish. This is why I'm excited for the new Marinemaster 200 coming out, because it's a little bit smaller and more affordable. I mean, more realistically, more affordable for me. If money was no issue, 100% I'd pick up the real Marinemaster, this thing. All right, let's check out the weight of this beast. We're zeroed. Now with no links taken out, 220 grams even. Very nice. So it's gonna feel hefty on wrist. Let's check it out on the Timegrapher. You know, I'm excited about the Lume shot. I know we're doing the Timegrapher, but I'm excited about the Lume shot. Upper angle, 53, lift. So it is on. Now, what makes this movement special is not going to be the numbers you get. I feel like Seiko unregulates these on purpose, but the magic of the 8L is the hand assembly, is the high quality materials, and the most important thing about the 8L is its positional variance is going to be very accurate, and it's going to stay at its accuracy rating longer. So 10 years down the line, it's still going to be +5 or +6. While let's say a lower base movement will deviate more because it doesn't have that engineering in it. So that's the magic of this movement. You're going to get longevity accuracy and positional variance. Now, this movement is brand new. Of course, it's still going to break in, but let's just look at the numbers. 0 beat error, millisecond beat error. 5 to 6 seconds we're getting across the board, and 280 amplitude. So pretty good. Now let's check it for some reason. Let's check it when you're checking your watch. Okay, so 12 up. Why not? Okay, let's check its positional variance. Okay, so +5, +6 we were getting consistently. Now let's check 12 up. Give it some time to settle in. So we got +11, +7. It's going to settle in at +5 and +6. That's just how this movement is. So no matter what position, you're going to get the same reading. See, look, we're back at +6. So the movement has adjusted. It took 4 readings, but now it's adjusted. All right, let's check 12 down. Why not? Let's see how good the positional variance is on this. Another key thing is there's no snowflakes. It's a pure straight line. Excellent. All right, so on 12 down, we're getting 0.2 milliseconds, which is basically nothing still, beat error. In the other two positions, we were at 0.0. Amplitude's a little bit down at 248, and we're at +7 seconds. All right, so it's definitely going to settle down to +5 or +6, because that's what this movement is doing. So it's very consistent. No matter what position, it's going to be doing that +6 average. So Seiko does not regulate these, and I know it's on purpose because they want you to buy, see there you go, +6. They want you to buy the 8L55 or the 9S. They want you to get a Grand Seiko. Let's be honest. It's a business, and I feel like they do this on purpose, but at least you're getting high quality parts, hand assembled, and if someone regulates this, you're going to get insane accuracy, and the most important thing, the longevity with this watch. By the way, Seiko does recommend you service this watch every 3 years. All right, so +7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So 6, 7 in all positions, not regulated. Pretty good, but remember, the performance we see today is not everything. What we care more about is the movement remaining this consistent throughout its years. And although Seiko does recommend the 3-year maintenance and service, of course, they're just trying to keep their service centers in business. You can go 10, 20 years. No worries. Okay, let's be, okay. If this was my watch, I would do 7 to 10 years, realistically. That's when I would service it. And it would probably still be running fine, but that's when I would feel confident in it needing a service. Okay, now let's check the Lume. I got a huge light on in the background and it doesn't matter. Look at that. Ooh, this is Seiko Lume Bright. Deep application. How many layers do they put? Look at that. I love it. I love it on the bezel too. Amazing. Let's put the 10 at the 12 to spin some people. There we go. Am I off? Yeah. Amazing. Okay, let's check it out with against the 63 mass. Why not? Under the lights for the same amount of time, I did not blast any of them. But the Marinemaster just has that powerful loom. What's going on with it? Maybe because these are thin baton hands. Let's see if the Willard has a chance against it. No, it doesn't. All right. Okay. So pathetic loom from the Willard. No, I'm joking. Compared to the Marinemaster, yes. All right. Okay, guys, I will put it back to 12. Some of you might be freaking. There we go. Okay, here it is in some half lighting. What a beautiful watch. It's just screams quality. The finishing is excellent. The movement high quality. The dial mesmerizing. I love it. The hands unbelievable. The alignment of everything, oh man, perfect. This is a special piece, and with the Zaratsu polishing, it puts it over the edge. The monoblock case, and of course the history. This is an amazing watch, guys. Whoever picks it up, oh man, you are lucky. This is excellent. Excellent watch to add to any collection. Something you can be proud of, and I'm a fan of it. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.